says God wants to deliver men from the hostage taking the enemy has done in our lives, so that we're able to blaze into our future, getting rid of the limp and the excuse, and not being held hostage to the past. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That was one of your answers you had to write down, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so please recognize that. I kind of just explained that, previously just now. You got to kind of move forward. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And I get it's easy. You know how easy it is for me to be like, oh, I ain't have my daddy in my life, and he went there for me, and blah blah blah, and woo-de-woo, and my mama was at work, and I ain't had good grades, and my girlfriend broke my heart, and blah blah blah. All excuses, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the why you can't be successful. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
We don't do that. We grown men. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna talk about what held us back. You're gonna seek counsel from other men and talk amongst other men about what we can do to move forward. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We're not gonna continue talking about our issues that we had and then not move forward with it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Everybody ain't saying nothing.
Yes, sir.
It says forgiving does not mean you don't remember it happened. It means you're no longer seeking revenge because it happened. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I got in trouble because y'all wanted revenge on somebody that did something to you. And did it end up with you getting in trouble and then happen to them?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yes, most times they do. Because you so busy trying to get revenge on them or trying to get your get back or whatever, then you done ended up getting in trouble and nothing happened to them. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You let them, what I call, effectively play you out your position. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Can't allow nobody to play you out your position because people do that to you on purpose. You understand?
Yes, sir.
People will try to get you to retaliate because it's gonna mess you up. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So most of y'all don't know me, but for those of you who know me, know I got a pretty big following on social media, right?
Yes, sir.
You know a lot of people paying attention to me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
People make like YouTube videos and posts and all that stuff trying to get me to say something. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Trying to get me to retaliate, and if I retaliate and say something back, it's gonna make me and everything that I'm doing look bad. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But I have to put my big boy pants on and not care about what they saying about me and forgive them for what they saying, because God gonna deal with it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It ain't me. It ain't for me to deal with. Revenge is God's. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's just like you. You have to go through the fire sometimes. You have to go through it, and it's okay. Like, that's what life's supposed to do. You supposed to go through it, and God's gonna literally mold you into a better person. But you're gonna have to feel the pressure of Him molding you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Especially when you doing what you want to do and not what He's asked you to do. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing at school. You know you're supposed to be doing your work. You know you're supposed to be doing what your mama asked you to do. You know you're supposed to be cleaning your room. But while you don't do that, your mama gonna be on your behind. You're gonna get bad grades and all that stuff. So that's all you going through the fire for you to eventually either you're gonna be burnt out and turn into a terrible piece of pizza, or you're gonna let all that make you and shape you and mold you into a man and make you the best man you can be. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And they get all the pepperoni and the cheese and all that stuff, and you pull it apart and I'll be melting and all that stuff. You just a great man now, right?
Yes, sir.
You had to go through it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It ain't no going to sleep and waking up perfect. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You gotta work through it. Even if you're trying to let go of your old bad habits, whether that be smoking, having sex, whatever, talking to girls, or not doing your work, you have to build yourself. You have to literally work through your habits. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So it takes time to get out of your old habits. Got it?
Yes, sir.
All of it is gonna eventually make you into a better person. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So sometimes when I go through stuff in life, I just be like, man, you know what? Maybe I'm just going through this so I can be molded a little better. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'm going through this because maybe God trying to show me I need to be kind of fixing myself in a certain area. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So instead of looking at what you're going through as something bad, maybe take it as something good. Maybe I'm being prepared for something. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because usually when you gotta get something big, you gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready to receive the big stuff. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you can't just get the dough and don't knead it and don't roll it out and make sure it's ready for the cheese and for the sauce and for the pepperoni. You gotta get it ready first. You understand?
Yes, sir.
A lot of us, we be thinking we ready already. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We think we ready for the money and ready for the successful life and all that stuff. You ain't ready for it yet. You gotta get molded and you gotta get kneaded and you gotta get rolled over and you gotta get built into what you need. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So you can receive it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
You gotta go through stuff. Isn't it hard before you get to the end to really just go through what's happening? I ain't gonna cap with you like it's just easy to go through it. It ain't easy to go through it, is it?
Yes, sir.
It ain't easy to go through it. It ain't easy to hear your mama fussing at you. It ain't easy, even if you're trying to work out and get bigger, right?
Yes, sir.
It ain't easy to be in the gym 2-3 months before you finally see one small result, right?
Yes, sir.
It ain't easy to go through none of that stuff, is it?
Yes, sir.
It's kind of hard to live that out, but you got to realize you got to go through the pressure and through the beating before you can live out that truth of getting the end result that God had for you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What are some benefits of embracing the truth of Genesis 50 and 20 in full faith in spite of our circumstances? I guess I'll break that question down for you. So, what does it help you to still decide to go through it anyway? Go through it with a smile. Go through it believing in God that God's gonna push you through the situation. How does that benefit you?
Say that again.
How does it benefit you to go through the situation anyways, but with a smile on your face and believing in God to make you through?
You're gonna get what you want at the end of the day.
You might get what you want. Yeah. That's one benefit. The benefits to that is when you're going through stuff, sometimes it's dragged out. It's drug out, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got days where you might be sitting depressed. You got days where you might be upset and want to hit somebody and want to fight, and you might get into something you ain't got no business or whatever because you done lost faith in God pulling you through the situation, right?
Yes, sir.
But the benefits of you having faith in between that time is that you got time to work on yourself. You got time to not get into no trouble because I'm believing in God. God gonna make me through it. I know it's getting on my nerves, but I'm gonna go pray about it and I'm believing God. The boy at school bothering you, he trying to fight you. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my bearing. I'm gonna go pray about it because I don't want to lose my scholarship at school that I got with his football team because he want to fight. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Literally, you gotta learn how to keep your bearing. Bearing is how you act in a situation when it happens. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What happens to men most and how we always fail is we lose our bearing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Especially out in the streets. People out in the streets will get you to lose your bearing and you will lose everything in your life in 20 seconds. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You go to jail for the rest of your life in 20 seconds because you lost your bearing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You will go to school, somebody step on your shoe, you lose your bearing, and you lost your life. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you going home for the rest of the year. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you suspended. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Literally, you got to think about stuff before you react. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be an effect to that cause. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's cause and effect. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Literally, there's a reaction for everything that happens. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But how you choose to react is what's going to determine your future. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Even coming here or whatever, literally, you don't know who I am. Being real with y'all. You understand?
Yes, sir.
A lot of these other boys, they know who I am, but you don't know what I can actually do for you, right?
Yes, sir.
You never know who you coming in the room with, who can make something happen for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So literally, be your best behavior, be your best self everywhere you go, because you never know who's actually watching you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you an example. Literally, I was at a freaking a summit. A summit is like where people come and people talk or whatever like that. But I was at a summit, and I'm just being me talking about what I do, or blah blah blah. They like, oh, okay, that's cool. He just looked like a regular old white guy who just want to listen to what I'm saying, blah, right? This regular old white guy brought me and my boys on a yacht. He gave us 50 grand to go toward our school, all that stuff, because I just acted like I had some sense. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And I told him what I was doing, right?
Yes, sir.
I went slouching in my chair. I went acting like I ain't know my name. I went getting him no soft handshake. None of that stuff. None of the stuff that's gonna make me look like I ain't got no sense, right?
Yes, sir.
So literally, you always want to be on your best behavior no matter where you go. So you want to sit up straight. You want to say your name loud. You never know who you're speaking to or dealing with. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So literally, the benefits of having faith, even though you might be somewhere you don't want to be, or might be doing something you don't want to do. I have to go give speeches. I go talk to people all the time I don't feel like talking to, but I go in there with a smile, with my head up straight, and dress like I got some sense, and God made things happen because I have faith in him. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in sports, you probably seen a player start limping after making a bad play, right?
Yes, sir.
Then minutes later, you notice the limp goes away. Why is this? The player hoping that the limp will offer them an excuse for the bad play. Then after the play is forgotten, so is the limp. A player that uses that kind of limp, what Dr. Evans called a loser's limp, to imply that he failed because of an injury and not through any fault of his own. The limp is an excuse. It implies that if the player had been at full capacity, he would have made the play. It's meant to draw attention away from the failure of the present by directing that attention to an excuse that came before it. Basically what he's saying is, you ever be watching somebody play football and the wide receiver run and he should have caught the ball, but he get up, he be like, So you could think that he maybe pulled a hamstring or something like that before he caught, but so you don't think that he just went running fast enough. Or he went putting out. He was being lazy.
Yes,
He
sir.
should have actually caught the ball.
Yes, sir.
So he wasn't putting out. So literally you do stuff like that and give excuses as to why you couldn't be great. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I fell from the same thing sometimes too. I look at my assistant all the time. She tell me stuff I need to be doing, I should be doing, and I got an excuse every time. She said, well, I'm trying to do this, you know, I'm doing that, and I'll try to say it all sweet and all that stuff. She's like, bro, I don't want to hear none of that. You supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing that. Kind of like today. We just got this room together probably about an hour ago. She told me to get together yesterday. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Why is it important to do stuff ahead of time? Because you never know what will happen on the day of. Something could have happened today, and then I wouldn't have had this room ready for you guys. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But she told me you got to start doing stuff ahead of time, and I'm just like, I had stuff to do. Blah 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 blah. Giving excuses. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna check myself too. I ain't gonna sit here and nobody's perfect. You understand?
Yes, sir.
One thing I gonna recognize about me real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all all the little mistakes I made because I don't want y'all to think that I'm out here just doing everything right and all that stuff. Nah, that's not what happens. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I do stuff too. I make excuses too. We all make excuses, but the extent of your excuses is what's going to determine where you go. You understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you get excuses for every single thing, you ain't going nowhere. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You just cheating yourself. Got it?
Yes, sir.